Man, all my cars are broken. How am I going to go out and bash and have some fun this weekend? I wonder if Bars would let me borrow one of his. Man, is this dude really in bed already? Hey, Bars, are you up? Bro, get your butt out of bed. Dude, what do you want? It's late. What could you possibly have to ask me at this time at night? Bro, all my cars are broken, and I want to go out and have a little bash this weekend. Can I borrow one of yours? Seriously, dude? You woke me up for this? And no, you're not taking one of my cars out. All you're going to do is break it, just like you broke all yours, and then you just apparently throw them in the trash can. Bro, I promise I won't throw them in the trash can. I mean, I might break them, but I won't throw them in the trash can. Dude, it's not happening. You're a terrible driver. You're not taking any of my cars. End of discussion. Why don't you go, don't you have some people on Facebook to go make fun of or pick on or something like that about whatever car they have, you know? Go do that. Stupid Bars&tone. Go pick up people on Facebook. Whatever, dude. What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day out there. So, we're back home here after a little motocross bash with the Kraton XL, and I had a blast on there. The thing held up great. Got pretty much, battery was at the end of the life, and got a nice run in. However, one of the last jumps you guys seen, I know it was kind of hard to see in the video, but this car really took a nasty hit. It kind of tacoed itself down off of that jump, and multiple things have broken all at one time. Besides the front diff, and the front diff is kind of confusing me, to be honest with you. I just got done opening it up here, and I can't find anything wrong with the immediate diff. However, I'm sitting here messing around with the front drive shaft, and there is an immense amount of play. Now, either my grub screw came loose on the cup in the front, or it blew the bearing out in the front, because it's kind of weird. When I got it back home here, I hooked up a battery to it real quick, took it outside, and for about, 10, 20 seconds, it was completely normal. It had front and rear wheel drive. Everything seemed to run great. And then I drove it around for a second, got on the gas pretty hard, and all of a sudden, I lost all the drive to the front again. And this front drive shaft has definitely got a lot of wobble to it. Something's not normal there. I can see the front cup moving around. Also, some other things that happened to it off of that jump, because I know I'm going to try to see if I can brighten up that video so you guys can see a little better. Or you guys can just trust me. This thing folded itself really nasty into that face of the next jump. It was kind of a big ditch in there, and it took a nasty hit in there. And anyway, so besides the front diff being messed up, I also blew out one of my pistons in the front here. This is just spring now. I don't really have anything on that. This side's good. Also, I killed my rear wing mount. It basically must have folded this car enough. It stretched out all of the center braces, ripped the wing mount off of there, and I'm not sure if this had anything to do with it or not, but I also snapped off the screw out of my rear shock tower. So the Kraton XL needs a little bit of work. Definitely did some nasty hits, but guys, the M2C Racing chassis is still straight as an arrow, and all of the center braces held up well. I did rip this out. I started putting it back in, but it did break this center brace also. It doesn't look like it bent it. It just, I don't know which way it folded it, to be honest with you, but the car must have folded itself pretty hard. Anyway, guys, I know I'm sitting here yakking along, but this is a kind of a little repair video on the Kraton XL. I know a lot of times people like to see what exactly happened after bash, and if there really was any damage. Well, guys, I definitely got some breakages after those launches, so I'm going to get some things fixed up on here. We're going to go through, first I want to figure out what's going on with the front diff, and then I'm going to work on the front piston, and then I got some new 3DRC wing mounts I can put on here. So we're going to get a little work on this thing and get her back up to 100%. Also, it definitely put a nasty damage on the body. It completely just ripped the body in half almost. All right, well, let's get to work now. All right, everybody. So I just pulled the front diff cup out of here, tightened it down because it seemed really loose. I tightened it back up, checked over the diff real quick. I didn't open up the diff, and it's still doing the same thing. I just really have no drive to the front, but yet the front drive shaft's turning. So I'm wondering if I have no fluid or something happened in the front inside of this thing. I'm going to pull the front diff out of this thing completely and take a look at it inside and see if see what I got going on in there, I guess. Well, I'm getting there, guys. I pulled the front diff out. Just anybody watching this is definitely not an instructional video. This is just kind of a bringing you guys along to find out where the weird problem is going on with this thing video. Pulled the front diff out of it, put brand new oil in there, and centered everything up, put a new gasket on it. The front diff feels great. All the gears look great. Got no new oil in there, obviously. So I got it buttoned back up again here. I just got done fixing my shock. Got a new rod end on it, new cap, new piston in there, and everything feels normal again. So I'm going to go ahead and put the front shock on, get this front buttoned up. Before I even test this out again, I'm going to pull out the center diff and check the fluid in there, because I'm wondering if something's going on with that and it's really not transferring the power to the front. And the drive shaft's spinning, but it's not much. But it was weird because obviously when I was spinning it, I was able to see the front drive shaft spinning, but the wheels weren't. So I don't think that's a problem, but just I'm going to check the center diff real quick and make sure. But the front diff is completely rebuilt, and everything looks great in there. All the gears look good. I couldn't find any problems. So hopefully this isn't turning into one of these weird EXB differential nightmares. Let's hope not. I'm going to go ahead and test this out real quick. I didn't pull the center diff out of it yet. I was testing it, the resistance versus locking up the front and the rear, and it's exactly the same. So I don't feel like this is a center diff problem. It's something was weird going on with the front, either the fluid was pretty low in the front. So I switched it out, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and test this out real quick, and we'll see what happens. All right, well, as you can tell, it obviously didn't go too well. I'm noticing it doing it to both front and rear wheels. It's just not transferring the power right at all. So I just pulled the center diff out of it, and the front cup here is hot as blazes. The rear one isn't too bad, but this side is really hot. So I'm having a feeling, since I'm now seeing this, that I have lost all my fluid out of the center diff. I'm willing to bet you I'm going to open this up, and she is empty. And you know what it's going to get? Yeah, that's right. It's getting packed with earplugs. I ain't doing this. Transfers the power better to the front and rear wheels anyway. I've done it to most of my cars, but I hadn't done it to this one, but she's going to get it now, I think. All right, well, I just cracked the center open, and as you can see, there's nothing really in there. She's pretty much empty. There's a little bit in there, but not much at all. So I'm assuming that this is where the problem's coming into lie. So I'm going to pack this thing with some earplugs and put her back together. I'm going to check it over real quick and make sure there's nothing else weird broken anywhere, but I'm going to go ahead and pack it full of earplugs and see what happens next. All right, well, I got her back together again. The front diff, or I'm sorry, the center diff is packed with earplugs now. It feels good. The front is rebuilt. The rear's been fine because I had the rear part not long ago. So let's go see how this test run goes. I'll let you guys know in a second. Front shock's fixed. The only thing I got to do now is take off the rear wing mount, if this thing runs, that is change out the new wing mount. 3DRC sent me a couple new wing mounts, so we'll get a new one fitted up on there. But guys, look at that. It just ripped it because the whole chassis tacoed itself. I never had one break the things that it broke today, the way that it did it. It was kind of odd. But when the car lands in a massive ravine, something's got to give, right? Well, everyone, I'm sad to inform, but still got the same thing going on. It is spinning up here. The front, drive cup is turning. However, I'm really not getting any power to these wheels. So there has to be something broken in here that I am not seeing or didn't see when I tore it apart. So I'm tired of dealing with it. I've never changed out this thing, so I'm just ordering a whole new front diff assembly for this thing. And when I tear it apart and change it again, I will tear it apart and see if I can find out exactly what's going on. But I'm done tearing this thing in and out, in and out, in and out at this point. This is feeling like the EXB all over again when this thing was new, and I'm not getting into that. So I'm just going to order a whole new diff, and we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to get a new gear and bearings and everything. I might even get a new front diff case, an aluminum one like I got in the rear, and put in the front because it really needs it. So unfortunately, I'm not really sure what this video is about, other than me attempting to fix the Kraton XL, and I don't even know if this is going to make it to YouTube, but if you guys ever see it, well, I guess it did, and maybe I just wasn't able to make a normal video and had to put some content out there. Just being honest. But anyway, I'm going to order some parts, and we'll get this thing fixed up and have it out there very soon. But I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to get it fixed up today and have it back rolling. But unfortunately, there's some weird things going on, and I can't see what they are. But anyway, that's going to do it, guys. So until next time, y'all be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.